Sad, dude.
So today is an exciting day. An exciting day for two reasons. One, I haven't seen this guy in a while. And two, this is going to be my first interview, fashion, video kind of shoot. So I'm excited, but I don't know what I'm doing.
I am the way your son don't need.
So talk us through what the plan is for today.
Today we are working with they're a fairly new group. They've seen a niche in the market, as they've told me, and they're basically kind of like the angle that they told me they want to go for is like a world star type of deal, but they're mainly focusing on up and coming rap artists. So what they've done is they hired out a studio in Elephant and Castle today for 3 to 5 artists to come in. Our job is to basically get them on camera doing freestyles and answering certain questions about their career choices and their goals and what they're going to do in the new year. And at the same time, we're just going to look hella sexy doing it.
I think we could do that. Currently, CJ's planned for a number of scenarios, hence like the overkill with the cameras and equipment, but it's better to be over prepared than under. Well, we're hoping that's the case anyway.
How are you feeling about the shoot though? Feeling confident?
I'm confident. I mean, it's not the first time I've done an interview. I did an interview with Gary Vee. Like, if you go back to my YouTube channel, you'll see it. It was me and my dad interviewing. I did the interview setup before. I've seen how it works, but this time I'm going to be the man in the chair. So it's a little bit nerve-wracking, but it's fun.
You just gotta believe.
So we did a little bit of planning, a little bit of research. We looked into what the studio looks like inside. It does look a little bit small, but we won't know until we get there. So we're going to improvise just like any good videographer. We're doing a free camera setup for the interview. I got my Sony A7. We're using this Sony A7 at the same time, and then we're also going to use my Canon 600D, my first ever camera. This stuff was a beauty to work with. I pimped it out with the 50mm lens, so it's going to give us really nice depth of field, which is what you see typically on the subjects in the interview. So that's going to look really, really sexy. And then we've also got some studio lights that I've brought. It does look very, very dark in the studio itself. These are the lights right here. But we're going to get them hooked up. 2 separate mics, personal mics, plus 2 Rode mics. And I mean, it can go 2 ways. It can be really good, successful, and repeat business, or it could just be a learning curve. But as Gary Vee says, there's no such thing as failing. I think he said that. Did he say that, is he?
I think so. I mean, it sounds like something he would say.
Yeah. Why the fuck? You know? So the plan was to get here relatively early. We're still on time for the shoot, but we left it in typical Ishmael and CJ fashion to the last minute. So we ended up running from my house to the station, and I was holding my suitcase. I wasn't rolling it, I was holding it in my hand. And then we realized like halfway, oh actually we're 10 minutes early. It's alright, we took photos, and we are en route to Elephant and Castle, where you will see us in a couple of shots.
So how did you think it went?
I'll say the bad things first.
That's what all great love stories start.
Yeah. There isn't one better than Twilight, though.
No.
That is the GOAT of love stories. No, but honestly, and a tip to any aspiring videographers out there: if you're gonna do an interview, do it on an hourly basis. Don't do a package. Or at least if you know your client well and you know that they're gonna be solid with their timing, then that's cool, you know, do a package deal, whatever it is. But for example, today we went almost 3 hours over the time that we were supposed to. So that's 3 hours that we're technically not getting paid for because we did a package deal. So yeah, just know your pricing, but in the beginning it's tough, you gotta grind out. I'm not a successful videographer, but the requests are starting to pile in now, so I'm learning a lot along the way. But I mean, I think it went well. How do you feel?
I think for like first time, I think it went as well as it could have. especially at the beginning of the day, I thought maybe it's potentially overkill getting like 3 cameras, like different lenses, tripods and stuff like that. But being in that space, we definitely needed it. So it's just a good thing that CJ packed it.
We used everything. Everything I bought, we used. The lighting, the 2 different types of lightings that we had, the studio light and the handheld light, the spec batteries, because obviously we went over. You survived on 1 battery. You're still on the same battery for the whole day, which
Yeah,
I ended up using 4 batteries almost, which was insane. So, I mean, we used everything, and it was lucky because before we were leaving, I was like, should I really bring this? And you know, Ishmael, he's something else. He's a goat. He's like, just do it, man. You never know when we need it.
So yeah, it was a successful. Can't even say it. It was a successful shoot.
There you go.
It was a successful shoot, damn it. And hopefully it's more to come with stuff like this. So yeah, so like CJ's getting hit up for a lot for work, and if he needs an extra hand, and provided I'm free, you know, I'll be there. So looking forward to that. But that's gonna conclude today's video. I don't know whether it was good or bad. Drop a comment if you liked it, if you enjoyed it, if you think we could have done things better. But I think as a first shoot, it went well. Anyway, I'll catch you guys in the next video.
Deuces.